Hello, it's Nigel Lucas again on here. This time having a good chat with Dave Rawcliffe, a resident of Edenfield and also a member of the ENCF. How are you doing, Dave?
Very well, Nigel. How are you?
Very good, thank you. So you've been a member of the Forum for ages, a resident of the village. You're in your 40s. Your family live here. You moved up from Rammy, was it, just
That's
down
right,
the way? 2 kids. And a week ago, we were waiting for a bunch of really key questions to be answered in a master plan. But instead, you've been given a master plan with no details about the key issues and a full planning application for 238 houses from Taylor Wimpey. Tell us how you're feeling about this news, Dave.
It's just unreal, isn't it? I mean, you'd think we'd be surprised, but we're not, are we? You know what I mean? It's just been a joke, the whole process, right from start to finish. And for this to arrive 6 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks before Christmas,
yeah,
everyone's super busy. You know, there's a World Cup on. It's just outrageous.
A lot of distractions.
Yeah, you know, you got Christmas parties, everyone's working, everyone wants everything finished for Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a nightmare.
Naughty tactics.
Yeah, underhand tactics. It feels like the council and the developers are in cahoots.
It's almost as if they know how wrong what they're doing is, that they're doing it through the back door like this.
Without a doubt, it's just underhand.
Yeah, so you say you feel let down. Can you tell us the main reason why you feel let down, Dave?
The council just haven't got our back. You know what I mean? We're residents and we've just been left hung out to dry. You know what I mean? That no one cares about the residents. All they care about is fulfilling the housing quota, building these houses and sod everybody else. You know, as long as Taylor Wimpey make a few quid and the council get their numbers up.
Yeah.
You know, no one cares about the people of Edenfield.
Yeah, so listen, you mentioned the people of Edenfield. What needs to happen for you to feel that this is a just process?
Well, the local plan, which is set out by the council, said there'd be a master plan, an agreed master plan and design code had to be in place before they put in a planning application, and they put the two in together. You know what I mean? They know that the council are completely understaffed. There's probably about 2 people working in the planning office. They've not got time to go through it all. It just gets approved. So they're relying on us to sort of wade through all the information.
Yeah. So now this really is an important, significant time. Yeah.
Big time, yeah.
How do you feel about the timing of this so-called master plan, design codes, and the Taylor Wimpey full planning application?
It's just a joke, isn't it? It's a travesty of justice. It's just like, you know, like I said before, everyone's mad busy on the build up to Christmas. Got kids' parties, got kids' Christmas plays. Everyone's working dead hard. There's a World Cup on that everyone wants to watch, and we're going to lose 2 weeks in the middle of Christmas when there's a shutdown.
Yeah.
Everyone's, you know, they know that people are too busy and aren't going to have the time to look at it.
I know the thing is as well. These are the times amongst you know busy lives that you really look forward to as a family, where you can relax and this, that, and the other. So there couldn't have been a worse time for them to do this.
Not at all. It's proper stressful. You know what I mean? It's like I've got better things to do than be wading through planning applications, bogus planning applications at that. You know what I mean? None of the information's there. It's all just half-hearted. It's all planning fluff.
Yeah. Okay, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Have you received a notification letter from the council, seeing as though you do live on Market Street?
Yeah, we did. We got that this weekend.
Yeah, okay.
Second class post. You know,
right, okay. I mean, you know, what's going on with all this and the proposed access? Like, what's happening?
I mean, I think even Ian, the chair of the committee, only found out about it on Monday or Wednesday last week. You know, 2 days later than when the application was put in. They're just thrown it in, not notified anybody, and they're just hoping that it just gets pushed through.
I mean, you literally received it this weekend.
Yeah, it's just a joke.
It's crazy. The master plan, the design codes, the full Taylor Wimpey planning submission was submitted last Monday, the 21st of November. You received it this weekend.
Yeah.
Why are residents only being notified a week later?
Yeah, why are we only being given like 4, 5, 6 weeks to review it? You know, and objections have got to be in by 3rd of January.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone wants to be doing that over Christmas holidays, don't they?
Yeah.
Just completely. Ugh.
No, it's dirty. It's dirty, filthy tactics. Yeah. Have you had time to look at the master plan, design codes, and planning application yet yourself?
I've had a good read through some of the documents, but there's just so much information on there. You know, there's 7 or 8, maybe 10 or 12 on the committee. We're all going through it bit by bit, biting off chunks and having a review, but it just loads to wade through. And it's not good quality stuff either.
No. I mean, what are your thoughts on it, Dave?
It's just poor. It's just there's not enough information in there. This master plan was supposed to provide residents with an understanding of what was being achieved, how they're going to do it, how they're going to tackle the transport, the traffic, how they're going to access the site, and it's just not there.
No.
So
I can tell it's angered you.
Yeah, it's frustrating. We're wasting our time reviewing a load of nonsense, a load of rubbish.
Yeah. Can you see what type of housing and building materials are being proposed?
Yeah, well, that's the joke. Have a look at this. It's supposed to be these design codes that we sent over to them in, July this year. Supposedly, they've come back and said they didn't have time to review it.
Right.
So we've got 6 weeks to review your crap.
Yeah.
But you've only given up, you've had like 4 months to review the design codes. And then, they're all red brick boxes.
Yeah.
There's a character to this village. There's a vernacular. There's a nice style. There's two-storey, proper stone-built houses, and they're trying to push through a load of rubbish. They're just architecturally, it's just poor.
Yeah.
There's just no design flair whatsoever.
Okay, so what's that you're showing me there?
It's like a PDF of a street scene of how they're proposing to build these houses. Just look at it. I mean, red brick. It's just not in keeping with the surrounding villages. There's just no design flair. It's just boring, identikit, typical housing estates that you see all over the country. I mean, everyone can have a look at this on the council's website and pick holes in it. I mean, it's just a disgrace, really.
Yeah. Not what anybody expected and not what they promised, more importantly.
Well, there's supposed to be a design code. An agreed design code was part of the council local plan. I mean, there is no agreed design code. They're just trying to bulldoze this development through. One of them's a 3-storey house. They were all supposed to be 2-storey houses. It's just a nonsense. Absolute disgrace.
Anything else jump out at you, Dave, at this point?
I mean, the main one for us and people on Market Street is how do you get into the site? So there's talk of some sort of swept or turn into the site through a nice green field that we were supposed to keep nice and free. There's houses on there. Me and all our neighbours, we all park along this. We're all in terraced houses. Most people have got 2 cars. Yeah. And there's one strip in front of the green field where people park, and it's always full. And they're going to put a road right through that with yellow lines. And then it looks like they're taking up half the road with some sort of hatched crossing. It's just a nonsense.
So again, what are you showing us here? These designs?
This is Taylor Wimpey's nonsensical proposal to put a ghosted right turn into the site. I mean, we've been asking them how they're going to access this site right from day dot, and then they sneak this in on page 71 of the transport assessment. You know what I mean? This stuff needs to be front and centre in the master plan so everyone can see it, and they're just trying to sort of shoehorn it in around the back door. It creates what's called a ghosted right turn. There's no mention of double yellow lines anywhere. And Taylor Wimpey think they've addressed that by putting 10 parking spaces on this sort of in the field. There's 28 houses that are going to lose their parking spaces on this.
On Market Street
on
now?
Market Street now, yeah. All terraced houses. Most people have 2 cars.
Yeah.
Where's everyone going to park? You come home from Saturday doing your weekly big shop with the kids. You've got 4 carrier bags and you've got to walk 50 metres back to your house.
Not ideal. Not good at all, is it? And it's just, I mean, these are the things that are going to change massively and affect so many people.
Yeah, I mean, everyone pays their rates. The council have got to look after the residents first and foremost. They can't just be in the pocket of the developers because the developers want to build houses. The council need to build houses. It's got to be done right.
Mm-hmm. But again, it's sneaky tactics. They've just gone, well, there's 10 parking spaces, that'll do you.
Yeah, great, So where's the other 18 going to park if they're all double yellow lines? What a nonsense.
Joke. Anything else that's alarming you, Dave? Or, not that that's not enough.
Well, I mean, everything's just been kicked down the road, like the transport, how they're going to deal with the excess, the amount of extra traffic, how they're going to deal with it. There's a transport assessment, I think it dates back to 2019, 2022, nearly 2023. I mean, what's going on? Mm. And they just know that there's not enough people in the council, and these need to get approved. So they'll just tick them off unless we're the public are going to review it and critique it. It's just going to get pushed through, and it's just completely underhand and unfair. The system's just a nonsense.
Before we move on to what people need to do, is there anything else that's really, really alarming you at the minute, Dave?
Well, I mean, if this is indicative of how the whole process is going to go from now on, it's just tantamount to it's just deceitful. You know what I mean? We're being hoodwinked. The council set out in their local plan 11 points, and some of them are a bit, about heritage and all that sort of stuff and ecology. But there's got to be a transport assessment. There's a design code that needs to be adhered to. There was 11 points. We need to hold them to those 11 points because this master plan that's been produced is just pretty pictures and fluff.
Yeah, exactly. It's all they've just disregarded all of those steps.
Yeah, and that's everything's been kicked down the line to this point, and they're just trying to bully their way through again. And we need to hold them to these points.
That's it. No, I mean, I said it at the beginning, but there's a reason why they're doing it like this, and it is because it's unacceptable, and even they must realise that it is.
Yeah.
But we can't let them in. They can't let them do this without, holding them to what they promised.
Yeah, we're going to hold them to account, make some noise, and get this out there because it's just unjust.
Yeah, right. Well, listen, this leads us on to the most important part now, Dave. And that's how people can help. What do we need people to do at this point? Give us that website. I don't think we can say the website enough.
No, it's www.edenfieldcommunityforum.uk.
Yeah, exactly. Get yourself on there. There's loads of information. Importantly, you can find all the socials on there as well and become a follower or a friend of those.
Yeah. We need more people and we need to start making some noise. So follow that, and if people want to email in, let us know your ideas, let us know your thoughts, either by emailing or Facebook or all that. Let's get a bit of a demonstration going. Let's get a march. We want to see what people's appetite is like for it because we need to start making a load of noise, rattling some pots and pans, and just sort of making the council realise that we're not happy with this and we're not stand for it.
No, exactly that. And this has been talked about. You guys have talked about this before about doing some kind of demonstration and stuff. And it'd be nice to see how many of the residents will be actually keen to support something like this. Get on that email, get on the website, and you can get in touch and send us. Just tell us your feelings on
it. Yeah, no, definitely, and let's make it. It don't have to be aggro. Let's make it fun. All get together, show the people that we've got a proper community here, and we're not happy.
Exactly, we can make it a bit Christmassy. We can try and have a bit of fun with it as well, and turn it into something that's we can look forward to doing.
I'll bring the mince pies.
Good stuff. Right, okay, and finally as well. It is just worth asking for a little bit of help and support. If anyone can out there make a difference to us, it's not just financially, although that is obviously important. It's also just sharing your knowledge and wisdom as well.
Yeah, definitely. There's loads of information to go through. So if you've got any knowledge of previous planning applications, if you've got sort of any technical abilities in reviewing these documents, in transport assessments, ecology, we need to pick holes in absolutely everything. There's got to be some in there that we can sort of pick a hole in, and So we need knowledge and we need cash.
Yeah.
Because these guys have got deep pockets and they'll just keep coming at us, and we need to ridicule all the stuff that they put through. Mm-hmm. The big one is the transport assessment at first. So we've got someone on board for that, but it's all cost money.
Yeah,
and we need people to donate.
Yeah, and these things are happening so quickly. I mean, we spoke to Ian a week ago. It's already progressed since these applications have been put in, and we've got to act now, people.
Time is now.